Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Tamara Jean, your awakening mentor and wellness astrologer here on High Vibe TV. It is Tuesday, April 2nd of 2025. And this information is for up until Friday, which I will have another video come out on Friday, as there's a lot of energy coming in with that, as it's going to be first quarter moon on that day. So as we are like building up to that, we have what is it? Soul healing frequency. Yeah, soul healing frequency channel. And it is encoded with 1111 hertz and 999 hertz. And right off the bat, and with the energy, there's so much growth that is available right now, and really stepping into our individuality and our sovereignty and that independence, and leading that way, right? And having the courage and strength to do that, and to be able to grow from these karmic patterns and ties that we are transforming, right? So much that has come through with the eclipses that we just went through. And of course, with Venus, Mercury retrograde, with the North Node and Neptune there, that there's just a lot that is coming up, revealing itself, breaking through, growing through, and really asking us to, I believe, perceive in a different way, right? Light illuminating different aspects or perspectives, points of view, including patterns, and right, and the charges, of course, to those patterns, both positive and negative, and being called to really step into our mastery, and closing out these karmic patterns, cycles, alchemizing shadow from the past, right? And moving forward, leading with our soul's intelligence. And this, I felt, was a really beautiful depiction of the energy and how I feel it and see it currently, with with the heart being in lotus, and like flower of life, and a lot of sacred geometry there, and lotuses and blooming. Like, there's a lot of growth, and I feel that related to, of course, our expression of that. And we have the sun still in gate 21, that is in the heart ego center, and this is that gate of control. And we want to be, especially with the sun in Aries, of course, right? We want to be in control. And it is grounded, though, in the spleen center, in gate 48, gate of the well. And this really is about, or the gate of depth. It's that deep wisdom within you, right? And being resourceful with that knowledge, and with the aspects that we have with the sun sextiling the moon and Jupiter, right? And the moon is conjuncting Jupiter, and that being currently in Gemini. Moon is going to move into Cancer tomorrow afternoon, early evening, depending on where you are. And Jupiter is in the throat center still in gate 35, and that's the gate of progress. And and I feel kind of a lot of, just right now, with that Gemini energy, right? The gate of progress is restless in nature anyway. and wanting to be in control. And we really, I feel there's a sense of like surrender into your soul's intelligence in the heart, right? There's this process of flipping the script with the mind and these mental patterns and thought processing patterns to the wisdom or the knowing and the knowledge that is deep within you, deep within the heart center, within your soul's intelligence and its blueprint. So I feel that the energy is asking, what can you learn from this experience, right? Having the light shining on some different aspects, different points of view, looking through a different lens. So what is the experience teaching you? And with also Venus, Saturn, and the North Node all being in the same human design gate currently in 36 in the emotion center, and that making a sextile to Uranus in the throat in the gate of contribution, having to look at, and they're being expressed through different lines too, line 3, line 5, line 6. So it's really having us, and I would say even challenging us to kind of keep allowing things to continue to be revealed to you, right? Or perhaps, right, instead of reacting, that we are perhaps letting something simmer for a minute, right? So that you can consciously respond. It's like, or there's, another piece to the puzzle, another connection to be made, that deep internal sage within you, right? That wisdom, and really leading with that and through an open heart. And I love that the gate of contribution in the throat is a voice that expresses possibilities in an empowering direction. This is taking charge and directing people into a new territory. And so with all of this energy like combined, working together, it is having us break up these old patterns, right, that have been long time running, and taking that pause and go, okay, right, that these old patterns, I would individually and collectively, are perpetuating that whole narrative, that whole story. And so now with all of these energies, especially too with Neptune now in Aries, that it's a whole new, right? It's going to be a whole new ball game, and how we operate. Just like I mentioned in my last video about, right, in being and coming from that, being led by that God intelligence within your soul, and that leading the way, and operating in alignment with that. Let's see if I can tune in here a bit more just about the energy over these next couple of days. So I'm seeing that there's two rays of light, and one is just like a golden ray, and the other is the golden ray, and then it has this layer over it, this blue kind of sparkly layer. And this is to translate into, so I'm seeing the golden ray alone on the left, and the golden ray with the sparkly blue layer over it. That is, it's on the right. And so now it's starting to kind of peel back in this way. So this has been, let's say, the illusion. We're going to call it the illusion. If you remember last summer, I believe it was last summer, with the transits that we were having and just all of the energetic connections, that there was like this glamour fog, I called it. And it's that's been this overlay, right? Or this illusory layer. And it is slowly peeling back to reveal what I see. Okay, so the golden ray on the left that has like also some slight, like just very bright white, sparkly energy with it. And the one on the right that has the blue layer that's peeling away. So that's much brighter. And so this is what we have gone into. We were where it was clear and the light was clear. And so then there was like this, I'm hearing cover up, illusory layer that was placed, right? And so it was blocking access. And now that is peeling away, and there will be traction gained. So we will continue to, right, just like we're like little onions, peeling back the layers as we go through this very intense growth cycle. And this is going to continue. I've seen this nodal cycle that we're in as a very intense growth cycle. And of course, with all of the other, placements that we have, all the additional energies that's happening, and with the increase in the solar activity, right, and the geomagnetic activity, and how those literal photons entering into our field, and that our DNA is literally made of light, and how that's what's causing so much discomfort for everyone recently, like it's intensified, and why you are so exhausted or fatigued, and even if you got sleep, and that it's really unexplainable. It's not, and it's kind of, you can have that second or third cup of coffee or espresso, and it's like, it doesn't do anything. There is such deep processing that is happening within you. It is the light, the pure light, that is breaking through that illusory veil or layer. And this is to be translated in the energetics as well as in your physical body. So this is going to relate or correspond to biofilms that you have within your body that has been disrupting and causing dis-ease in the body. So this I've been recommending to a lot of people, and my clients included, of doing a pathogen clearing process. And like I've mentioned before, I'm now an ambassador of Silver Fern brand, because being in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years now, and I'm always on that leading edge and researching and trying things. I like to try things myself even before I am recommending anything. I'm just that type of person. And this brand I am really impressed with. Their research, what goes into it, the why it was created in the first place, Of course, the holistic nature that it actually works and is affordable. So they have a pathogen clearing protocol that it's kind of kicking my butt, to be honest. But that means it's working. And these pathogens and these biofilms are so deeply embedded into the tissues, membranes, cells, organs. I highly recommend that you do this. You can check it out. I will put the link below. If you use my link, you'll get 10% off. It is now, it's both. You cannot clear pathogens and not have a binder to clean up the mess to eliminate out, because it can, like the die-off of mold, fungal, bacteria, parasite, all of the pathogens, which this addresses, there's a die-off and it can reabsorb into your body system. And then you aren't, right? It's kind of like a loop. So you need a binder. And why I like theirs is it binds and pushes out the bad stuff while at the same time builds a healthy gut barrier and all the good stuff. So it doesn't have to be taken away from food and other supplements. Like you would have to really plan your day with like activated charcoal, for instance, where you're like waiting an hour or two later to be able to take the binder, the charcoal or a clay, so it doesn't bind, right, the nutrients of the food or the other supplements that you took. This makes it super easy. And with the gut cleanse, it has immunoglobulins in it. And so it's highly beneficial and works very well with it is called Nano Scrub, and it is called Scrub for a reason. It's deep cleaning. It is nano frequency charged AG404 silver. And so it's very potent. I had to be at half dose for 2.5 weeks before I increased to the full dose. So just an FYI, and I've been doing pathogen clearing for a little bit, but it's nothing that's ever been like complete as to what I'm experiencing so far with the Silver Fern products. So it's not like a plug or anything, but I'm just trying, I like to give like the best possible recommendations, and we are going through so much energetically, like on all the levels, right? Mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, physically, it is all changing. And with this opportunity, with so much growth, with where we have the planetary bodies right now, what is happening with the geomagnetics, right? The geopathy of the planet, what's happening there, what's happening with the solar, right? The sun itself, all of the contributions, just like Uranus being in the gate of contribution, right? There's different and contributing in different ways. That they're in different and really looking at different possibilities now, right? In the physical. So there's a lot there. And so these, right, it's the biofilms physically, which do correspond to biofilms in also your field. And so that's another connection to also look at and see where that is landing and how it all connects. This is something I do in both the quantum healing work and also the wellness consultation. So because you are being called to, guided, asked to get to these, right? The source of these things, the point of origin, the root, because you are in process of being the alchemist in to embody your full self, your whole self, and that a divine expression of your soul's blueprint. It's got the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Okay. So first is Sacred Inner Space. That is beautiful, right? And we are going within. This is sacral chakra, tenderness, sensitivity, or sensuality. And this is getting into, and part of this growth is nourishing ourself and going deep within. I feel this connected with that well. That is the spleen center. And just getting deep into what I hear is the sacredness of who you are. And that sacral center is a center of creation. And going within on, because as we are transmuting, alchemizing all of this distortion and shadow that has been within our system, right? Our field and our system, we are returning to, and we are remembering our true self, uncovering that hidden knowledge within, and things, you know, and gifts, like I feel like your superpowers, right, are going to be ignited, activated over the course of this journey, especially over this nodal cycle. And we got, oh, I love this card, Thoth Light Codes. And so light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. And just like I was just saying, within the well and within you and that knowledge. And there is also, like when you are going deep within, there's space to go into your, let's say your own internal like halls of Amente. So we have the Akashic records, right? The Hall of Akashic Records. These are universal records. Halls of Amente are your earth records. So, and that is an interdimensional space and can enter within you, just like you go within into that cosmic heart within you as the universe exists within you. This halls of Amente, and there are teachings there. There are things to remember. So it is like just relearning, as also new information will be coming in. But, you know, and if you resonate with Thoth, perhaps to connect with him personally. And this is, we are in an initiation. It's going to feel like one fucking long initiation. And then we have Gaia Gateway Activation. It's beautiful. Learning experiences, wisdom, transmission, earth intelligence. So, as I've been saying, what are these experiences teaching you? What can you learn? You're going to then also remember and learn of this knowledge, this wisdom that is, it's like there's things that are unlocking. It's so beautiful. And right, and it's an opportunity to also see it as, you know, could be as shitty as you feel, or, you know, things that you're having to deal with perhaps, or maybe letting things go or just changing things, right? A lot of it is uncomfortable. However, right, as we connect stronger, deeper and stronger to that internal wisdom within us, right? The God intelligence, your perception begins to change, right? The lens that you view through transforms. And just as that illusory overlay is peeling back off of your light, it will be very bright and clear, and you'd start to see it as a very beautiful transformational experience. See what oils be helpful. I know people have been asking where I got these cards. I did get them on Amazon like a long time ago. And it's by Lisa Powers. Someone had looked and they don't sell them anymore, but so if you find them, let us all know. Oh, I love this spearmint. So this is the oil of clarity of speech. This is helping spearmint. I'll often put it on my throat chakra or throat center before, sometimes before I'm filming or before I'm going on, with my client, or just where I want to be able to articulate information, right? Because my main thing with channeling, articulate with clarity and be able to interpret and translate it, right, with clarity and confidence. And this is like your voice being heard, like you want to contribute, just as Uranus is here, right? And so is Jupiter. So we're learning too how to communicate. Of course, we still have, Mercury in retrograde. This Mercury retrograde feels extra long. I'm really looking forward to stationing direct and moving along. But right, speaking and communicating, that is empowering for you, but also others. Okay. And standing strong in your message, because this world, it is ready to receive what your gift is, what your message is. There is enough that is ready to receive what is to be shared by you, to come through you. Oh, and I love that it's rose, of course, right? Oil of unconditional love. And so that you speak, right? Communicate with love. We're leading with love, and your heart's expanding. It is healing right now with love. It is expanding with love. So just like this imagery so beautifully emulates. And so powerful time of growth, soul growth, human growth, expansion, and change. And so I'll put those links below, and I'll see you guys on Friday.